Let's have a look at what the newspaper headlines are saying today, the 13th February 2024. Daily Nation, tribute to Kenya's rising star. And of course here he's talking about Kevin Kiptum, who lost his life through road accident. The Standard, Legends last promise on what Kevin Kiptum had promised both his wife and father before his demise. The Star, Kenya errors on how Kenyans are slapped with shillings 3 billion bill. And the People Daily, congestion headache in top schools. Daily Nation, tribute to Kenya rising star. At only 24 years, Kevin Kiptum was the men's marathon world record holder, crowned last year on his third major race. He was destined for greatness, but his dream to run the 42-kilometer marathon in under 2 hours, a first in the open competition, was shattered yesterday when he was killed in a road crash. That one is, you can find it on page 2, 3, 37, 38 and 39. At the bottom of the Nation is talking about e-citizen nightmare. It goes on to say that it was meant to ease access to public services by enabling Kenyans to apply and put for them apply and pay for them at their convenience using their mobile phones or computers. A noble idea on paper, but the e-citizen plan is now characterized more by patients waiting hours on end to see doctors, car dealers unable to register and transfer ownership of vehicles, and bank battering similar NTSA registration hurdles. The red tape just got worse. You can see that on page 6 and 7. The Standard, Legends last promise, gone too soon. It goes on to say that marathon record holder spoke to two people dear to his heart, his father and his wife. He made them a promise that may be just that. To his wife, he spoke to be the first. He vowed to be the first human to run a marathon under 2 hours. To his father, he had bought land and pledged to build a church. Sunday night, the legendary athlete bowed out after being involved in a tragic accident. That is on page 2, 3 and 38. It goes on to say that in a record time of 2 hours and 35 seconds, that is the time Kiptum broke the world record when he clocked and broke the marathon record in Chicago on October 8, 2023. He had just hoped to lower it in Rotterdam on April 14 this year. Some of the other people who have spoken about the lost hero is Kiptum's father, Samson Cheriot, who says that my son had brought land for my local church, IFC. He had promised to build the construction, but he has left us in a tragic accident. Kiptum's wife, Asenete Kiptum, I gave him my full support when he promised to break his own world record. I promised to run affairs at home and encouraged him. Another one is marathon champion Eliud Kipchoge. I am deeply saddened by the tragic passing of the marathon world record holder and rising star Kevin Kiptum, an athlete who had a whole life ahead of him to achieve incredible greatness. I offer my deepest condolences to his young family. May God comfort you during this trying time. President William Ruto. Kevin Kiptum was a great star, arguably one of the world's finest sportsmen who broke barriers to secure a marathon record. And the World Athletic President, Seb Coe. We are shocked and deeply saddened to learn of the devastating loss of Kevin Kiptum and his coach, Gervais Hakizimana. Okay. Also on the Standard, on top there it talks about Raila to Ruto. Raila tells Ruto, do not touch our security organs. There is 4 people in Divani Triton case who are set free. Ivory Coast prove doubters wrong in AFCON. Is talking of Kenya errors. Kenyans slapped with shillings 3 billion bill, and there it talks about a dozen of Jubilee era projects that have stalled, exposing taxpayers to more charges. There is also Gross there. Gross is telling people to wash their food before they eat, to wash their food thoroughly before they eat, because markets where the food is stored there is a lot of litter and garbage which has not been corrected. There is also on the left, on the right side is talking about it is a privilege to fly the Pride of Africa bus. The Pride of Africa, that's the KQ boss who is saying that. You can read that on page 11. Giant shillings 30 billion hospital on the verge of collapse. Read that on page 2. And Sikh woman who killed child from Sikh woman who killed child saved from going to jail. You can also read that, and it continues to page 9. People Daily. The headline is talking of congestion headache in top schools. It goes on to say that there is crisis because institutions are forced to use offices, laboratories, tents as classrooms after a high number of students report to Form 1 in a campaign to meet 100% transition target by ministry. That continues on page 4. There is also a story about Kevin Kiptum, who passed away yesterday in a road accident. It goes on to say the world mourns marathon champion Kiptum, runner and his coach, killed in a night accident on their way to training camp. The talk there, it talks of it is Ari Valentine for Thika Magistrate. Goes on who is Stella Atambe. Goes on to page, you can read that on page 3. At the bottom right, it talks of MP's new battle on housing levy. That's all what we have on the paper's headlines today. Have a good day.